over to the new Hello. Hello. Boop. Thanks, Guy. Well, not Guy, but you know. Trying to think if there's somewhere else. Oh, I should probably do it on Twitter too. Been running around like a chicken with my head cut off. My chicken coop got here, but someone forgot to leave the gate open, so it was left at all the way at the end of the road, and I'm not carrying it that far. I am so sore. Like, I have been working out just purely based off of how much shit I've been moving around. I'm so tired. How are you guys doing? I'm just posting a couple more places, and then I'll start the game. Ooh, what you drawing? And doing cute? What does that mean? Oh. Being cute and fluffy is nice. Miss Badger was a tiger. Do 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 do. Oh, I need to tell my someone to pick up coffee because I want coffee. I guess I could just make coffee. Oh, that's where else I could post. I was like, what the heck? I know there's one more place. Do you like my little starting screen? It only took me 15 minutes to make it. Hopefully I can do one with each game. I already know what game what other game I want to play. I have it bought already. It's called Tiny Rabbit. It's a horror game. I mean, it probably won't be as long as Beaking Pines, but it'll be fun to just do really quick. I like the art style. confusing myself. Okay. Ugh. Okay. I think we're ready. Gotta move my keyboards. Woo! Chapter 4. Our harvest awaits. Luca took a deep breath and gingerly opened the door, steeling himself for Gran's wrath. Gran? I'm home. Everything's fine. Gran? I still love that little animation. Gran? I know I wasn't supposed to go anywhere. I was just helping look for Rollo, who we still haven't seen yet. I don't think. I'm still... I thought I turned it off. My bad. Sorry. Whoops. You tell I'm a beginner streamer still. Gran? Roxy came over. She was worried about him. So I figured you wouldn't mind if I helped look for him. It turns out Rollo's safe and sound. Luca was alone. The house was empty. So Gran's not back yet. I guess that's a good thing. Nothing to do now but sleep, I guess. Luca was sitting by the pond, listening to the small waves lap against a rock. His father sat in a folding chair in front of him. Without turning, he spoke. Why don't you grab me some nice bait? Sure thing, Dad. Luca hopped over to the tackle box and popped open the lid. Inside was a rolling, buzzing mass. We're fishing with bees? Luca's father gave a warm chuckle. Well, you catch more fish with bees than honey. Pick us out a good one. Luca closed his eyes and plucked out a bee. He could feel its wings struggle between his finger and thumb. Holding it at arm's length, he hurried over. His father deftly baited the hook and examined his work. interesting choice. With a practiced flick of the wrist, the line buzzed in a graceful arc. The water accepted it without a splash or ripple. The wrong choice, but I respect it. The pond began to freeze over. Sometimes we gotta make the wrong choice before we can make it right. Hi, Bahmat. Doing good so far. Pallid ice propagated along the still surface with an alarming speed. Luca scrambled back as the ground beneath him turned cold. Dad, I don't understand. Sorry, kiddo. Understanding isn't always a part of the deal. The relentless ice shot toward the fishing line, toward his father. Dad, look out! His father casually wound the reel. None of it's your fault, you know. Never was. Dad, we have to go. Luca grabbed his father's shoulders, trying to pull him away. Please, you have to run. The ice crackled as it spread across his father's hands. That's the thing about fishing, Luca. His chest began to crystallize. You toss your hook in, and you never know what you're gonna pull out. A shock of searing cold ran up Luca's arms. He gave one last desperate tug. The air chipped backwards in a single frozen mass. Luca tried to stop the momentum, but it was too late. He watched the icy form of his father slam into the hard ground, shattering into 1,000 pieces that were crowded around his feet. Dad, I don't understand. What does this all mean? The gentle rustle of leaves was the only reply. Luca's eyes struggled to focus on the walkie-talkie. Rollo? Faintly, he could hear Rollo amongst the noise. Luca! Rollo, is that you? Luca! There? Rollo, it's the middle of the night. Luca, thank God. Listen, I don't know how long this thing will work down here. Down here? Rollo's voice was coming through more clearly now. But some words were still just static. Listen to me. Someone grabbed me yesterday. What? The man in the hazmat suit? It was... It took me to some sort of... I think I'm underground. Underground? Are you okay? Kinda. They seem more interested in... for now, at least. Miss Kerr made it sound... made it... you made... Good Lord. Mr. Kerr made it sound like... I think I'm having a stroke. Mr. Kerr said you made it back home safe. Kerr, no. Trust. He's... Hold on. Someone's coming. The signal went silent. Rollo, where are you? Luca had held still, waiting for a response. His pounding heartbeat marking the passage of time. Okay, I think they're gone. But getting worse. I can barely hear you. Rollo's voice began to fade. I'm losing signal. Not much time. Missing control. You need to enter the tree house. The tree house. With that, the signal died for good. What was he trying to say about the tree house? What's at the tree house? The antenna. He wants me to use the antenna in the tree house to get a better signal. Rolo, you're a genius. Luca grabbed the walkie-talkie and sprinted to the treehouse. Hook up the walkie-talkie to the radio in the treehouse. Luca heard a group of footsteps approaching. He dashed behind the bushes to avoid being spotted. So we all understand our roles. You can count on me. I still think we need more time. This wasn't the original plan. Mr. Tolliver paused, shifting his eyes to one side. We're all in danger now. I, for one, refuse to sit idly by while the danger persists. Hiram, just keep your wits about you. Mr. Tolliver took one long, quiet breath. You're right. You can count on me. I just wish we could have made that deal with Eris Valentine. Her resources would have still come in handy. As I said, I had no time to contact her after your call this morning. Plans change. How's Luca holding up? He's fine. We shouldn't lose sight of the fact that this is all... I know very well what all of this is for. We have no choice. Operation Sparkplug has a new objective. Are we in agreement? The three shared a determined look. Good. We'll reconvene after the festival. Gran, why are you meeting with Miss Fratelli and Mr. Tolliver late at night? Hey, Luca! Don, you scared me. How long have you been there? Oh, just a few minutes. Earlier today, I saw Mr. Tolliver and your Gran enter the diner together. When my shift at the newsstand was over, they still hadn't left. So I used the greatest tool of any investigative reporter. Time. When they left, I tailed them here. What do you think they're up to? Whatever it is, they seem organized and determined. They mentioned the festival. Yeah, I heard that too. Has your Gran been doing anything different recently? Anything strange? She got a phone call this morning and rushed out the door. A call from Hiram Tolliver, it seems. She was either furious or terrified, or both. Luca, be careful out there. I think we might be in the middle of the scoop of a lifetime. I will. Yeah, these sprites are really cute. I can't imagine how long this game took to make. Is it a really long game? I don't know how long this is. Nah, I'm gonna stake out here for a little longer. See ya, Luca. Okay, so I still got quite a bit to go left if they've only done a fourth of it. Luca wraps some tape around the hook. Hey, you never know. It's got a bunch of big words written on it. Let's see that. We regret to inform you that your application for property rights with respect to the Beacon Pines CBD and surrounding area has been rejected. Who's that for? Applicant, Valentine Estate. Good. Good. Luca placed a sinker on the line. Sometimes the best stuff is at the bottom of the pond. Oops. You'll have to reel in a bit faster, or your catch will lose interest. Whoa, message in a bottle. Oh, Malice 50 proof whiskey. A hard liquor for a hard man. Best leave that be. Takes a real piece of work to leave something like that lying around. Well, bye, Dad. Super bright in here for some reason. I'm gonna take a sip of water. Rollo, are you there? I'm at the tree house now, Rollo. Mr. Kerr said you were all right. What happened out there? Dang it, Rollo. Where are you? Who's there? Luca could only see a cloaked shape behind the rocket. They've got weapons in here, so you better come out right now. He strained to hear as a muffled voice began. Weapons? How could you hurt something that's already dead? Fear gripped Luca's throat. Who are you? What, you don't recognize me? I guess I don't even recognize myself anymore. Lucas stared at the ground for a moment, trying to place the dampened voice. The figure shifted slowly from behind the rocket, revealing itself to Luca. I'm a monster. And now they hunt me like the beast I am. Icky. Luca reached over empathetically. Iggy's tone jolted to dejected anger. Don't touch me. This is all your fault. Luca slumped to the ground, overwhelmed by guilt. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to. I lost control. So you couldn't control yourself for a second, and I get to be like this forever? There must be a way to fix this. Oh, you gonna be my savior? Perfect little Luca saves the day. With his positive attitude and the power of friendship. None of this matters. There's no time. They're after me. They chased me all through Weepwood. They only came in here to hide. Hide from who? Who's after you? Luca! Luca! Rollo! It's not safe, Luca! Rollo, where are you? The treehouse. I'm at the treehouse, Rollo. Where are you? No, Luca. The treehouse isn't safe. They said they were going to the treehouse. I was going to tell you to stay away from the treehouse. Who said they're going to the treehouse? The Clipbirds. What did I tell you? Those perennial harvest wackadoos are after me. They've been chasing it, yelling questions at me. What sort of questions? They're saying the same stuff they always do. But it's different now. Less asking, more threatening. We're gonna figure this out, Iggy. Yeah, well, thanks. Hello? Is anyone present in this arboreal domicile? Crap, they found me. Luca, what's happening? Don't panic. You stay here and I'll see what they want. Hello, Mr. Van Horn. We would love to hear your thoughts. Do you have time for an informal chat? We will be brief. Your time is valuable to us. Be down in just a second. Of course, of course, of course. We have a problem. Luca, you gotta get out of there. Who's out there? Who's out there? Is it them? Yeah, it's the clipboards. A bunch of them. How many? Maybe all of them? And yeah, you were right. They're saying the same stuff, but with the creepy nog cranked to 10. Might young Iggy be present? We would love to hear his thoughts. Run! Iggy slumped to his knees. I don't know what to do. I'm just so tired. Luca, what do we do? Luca grabbed the walkie-talkie and headed for the window. Follow my lead. Luca and Iggy climbed up the back of the treehouse to its roof where Rollo had constructed his MCDC, the Mission Control Defense Cannon. From behind the crowd of clipbirds, William Kerr strode forward, a warm smile on his face. Iggy, there you are. You gave us all a heck of a scare. Be right back, guys. Okay, back. Go away. Just leave me alone. Oh, I'm sorry, Iggy, but no can do. Don't worry, though. We're here to help. Help? Then why are you chasing me? Luca, can you talk some sense into your pal here? Just look at him. He's not well. What's wrong with him? What did that gunk do to him? Well, that's a pretty honkin' big question, Luca. All you need to know is that he's sick. He's real sick, Luca. I just need you to let us up there and take care of him. You told me Rollo was okay, that he was back at his place resting. See you later. Thanks for coming in. Oop, 1 second. Poor fella, just got a little lost. Oops. That's a lie. That's a hurtful thing to say, Luca. I thought we were buddies. Why, because he let you ramble on like a wackadoo? Nobody likes you, you creep. Kerr's smile faltered. Why don't you pop down here so we can have a face-to-face? Yelling like this is gonna give us all a heck of a sore throat. And who wants that? Luca's grip tightened on the MCDC. What did you do to Rollo, you liar? Well, shucks, Luca, the only teeny tiny fib I told you was that he was at home. He is resting and he is perfectly safe. For now, at least. What happens next is up to... Well, what happens to him next is up to you, Luca. Look around. You're in quite the pickle, and I'm the only person in the whole wide world who can help you. You get to decide how this ends. Luca's mind raced. He was caught in a trap. What do you do when there's no hope? Iggy wiped his cheeks with his sleeve. What are you gonna do, Luca? Luca drew himself up and decided to take the only option they had left. Fight! He swung the mission control defense cannon around, aiming it confidently at the smirking face of William Kerr. Hey, Mr. Kerr. Luca summoned his most insolent demeanor. Rollo sends his regards. Hey, that was uncalled for, more than a little rude, and just plain unsanitary. Luca, did you... I really did think we were good pals. What a shame that it's come to this. Kerr turned his back on the two boys. And this... With a nonchalant wave of his hand, he made his exit. As the clipboards began to slowly advance on the treehouse, Luca looked to Iggy with resignation in his eyes. The end. That escalated quickly. Maybe discretion was the better part of valor here. Let's put a pin in this for now. Okay. Okay. Well, time to bust out the tickles. That's back quite a little bit. Hey Tish, wanna see something cool? Yup. Check it. Beck lunged forwards and began to tickle under Tish's arms. What the? Tish, is she tickling you? Yup. 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 Tears began to form in Tish's eyes as she gasp for breath between gales of laughter. Yup, yup, yup. Beck redoubled her efforts until Tish finally had had enough. Yup. Well, it just happened. She seems nice. Sorry for the interruption. I think you were just threatening us. Iggy's eyes darted around, a realization dawning on his face that he was now outnumbered. I just remembered. I have somewhere to be. See you around, new kid. Iggy kicked at the puddle before making his escape. Oh no. Whoa. That little creep. Beck, I think you got a little ooze in your hair. Beck shook the ooze out of her hair as best she could. Is it bad? It depends. What are your feelings about having a more mature, refined look? Oh God. Okay, I actually have to run to the store really quick, so I will be right back. I'm gonna put the starting stream, or starting soon up again. Be right back. Hi. Sorry for taking so long. Tired. I'm determined to get this farther in. Oh, thank you. I threw it together in about 15 minutes, so I'm hoping for future games I can keep doing this kind of thing. There we go. The best policy. Luca paused for a moment, catching his breath. He'd only just met Beck, and somehow he'd already managed to drag her into this mess. Hopefully he could make it up to her, but finding Rollo was his primary concern. Luca, what the hell are you doing out here? And why did a kid with a gray hair just run past us in a panic? Roxy and Fitz looked drained. It was clear they'd spent all day searching. That's Beck. I don't care who she is. What happened? We were just helping look for Rollo. Luca, I need you to start telling me the truth. Roxy's temper could often be dismissed as the impatience of an older sibling. But this was the most intense Luca had ever seen her. Her eyes were wild and unfocused, looking straight through Luca. We're running out of time. In a torrent of rambled words and tears, Luca broke down. Rollo and I weren't just playing in the Weepwood yesterday. We were investigating lights at the old Valentine warehouse. But someone was there in a strange suit, and we hid in the dumpster and had a heavy bag dropped on us. I think it was a body. So we ran, but we got split up. I ran home. It's all my fault. Now my best friend may never come back. Wow. Just wow. Roxy, still exhausted and angry, softened briefly as her eyes hunted in the ground in thought. With a determined sigh, she looked up at Luca. It's not your fault, Luca. Rollo's gonna be okay, I promise. Roxy drew herself up. I'm gonna fix this. Luca, go home. But I want to help. This is too dangerous for a kid. I can't just sit around. I have to do something. Roxy tried to think of the safest place to send Luca. You go back to that little tree house you two like to play in. Wait there in case Rollo shows up. Sound like a plan? Luca wiped his cheeks and gave a quick nod. You did the right thing telling me the truth. Now scoot. You really believe his story? What other option do we have? Things have been strange around here leading up to the festival. My dad has been acting weird lately. Well, weirder than normal. Looking into the puddle, Roxy rubbed her arms to warm up. Why is it so cold here? This place gives me the willies. Wait at the treehouse in case Rollo shows up. I'm gonna take this mushroom with me, and it's gone. Mr. Nuncreed jumped with a start. Whoa, don't sneak up on an old fellow like that. Sorry. Who are you talking to? What? Luca motioned to the phone booth. Oh, no. I was just checking because I thought I heard it ring. But the dang thing never does, of course. Yeah, I've never seen anyone use it, really. The whole thing's a waste of money, if you ask me. Any word from Rollo yet? Not yet. Long time for a boy to lose his way. Rollo knows these woods too well to get lost. I suppose you're right. What's this music? Silly boy's antics have this whole town worried sick. Antics? We all know Rollo likes to play his little pranks. You think this is a prank? What other possible explanation could there be? He's not playing a prank, and he didn't get lost. Someone took him. I know it. How would you know that? Unless... Luca, is there something else that you know? Mr. Nuncreed gently placed one of his substantial hands on Luca's shoulder. Dang it, boy, if there is something you know, something that could help your friend, you need to tell folks. Luca peered up at Mr. Nuncreed. Kind eyes warmed a stern face. There was a deeper emotion hiding beneath it all. It was subtle, but Luca could sense something eating away at him. There was a shame lurking behind those eyes, a deep sadness. If Mr. Nuncreed was that worried about Rollo, maybe he could help. Yesterday, Rollo and I were messing around at the old Valentine warehouse. Mr. Nuncreed raised an eyebrow. Both of you? You were with Rollo when he went missing? Not exactly. I was hiding in the dumpster. The dumpster? What were you doing in there? At first we were just looking around. And someone in a strange yellow suit, which I think is this old man, came and dumped something on us. We both got scared and ran. That was the last I saw of him. You got scared by some garbage? Well, that's why you don't go skulking in someone's dumpster. But it wasn't garbage. I think it was a body. I'm sure it was just some trash. No, there was a name tag. It said Deep Engineering. Mr. Nuncreed's shoulders slumped. I wish you wouldn't have said that. A deep sigh bellowed from his chest. Why did you have to? I tried, Luca. God knows I tried to keep you safe. Luca attempted to take a step back, but Nuncreed's hand clamped down on his shoulder. But you Van Horns just can't help yourself, can you? We were all so close to being done with this. With a firm shove, Nuncreed manhandled Luca into the phone booth. What are you doing? It's out of my hands now. The door latched shut with a mechanical hiss. Shit. As Luca pounded the glass, the floor dropped from under his feet. The inside of the phone booth was now a loose capsule plummeting at gravity's whim. Luca winced and pressed his hands to the walls. As he braced for impact, the capsule hurried to a surprisingly smooth stop. He felt a cold rush of air and opened his eyes with hesitance. two large figures in hazmat suit occluded his view. Luca heard the deep, resigned voice of Mr. Nuncreed over an intercom. "He knows too much." "I knew it." "Wait, no. This isn't the end. And I know there's still much more. Somehow, this went wrong. Okay, let's try something else." Hmm. Hmm. Do I have to go all the way to the beginning again? Oh, that's probably too far back. The art here is so cute. Like on the sketched part. Mm-mm. Nope. Hmm. Guess I have to talk to them. There was another way to go, I think. Boop, 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 boop. Get through it. Can I go back? I cannot go back. Okay. Oh God, was it this way? Okay. Let's see if there's something I'm missing. Nope. Feel like there's something big that I'm missing. Dang. Yeah. This isn't right either. I need something new. Ooh, there's a branch off of here? Story about struggle. Luca could hear a machine humming somewhere nearby. He felt around wildly, searching for something, anything that could help. His hands found a hard object, maybe a tile? He yanked it free, lifting the cold stone. Yeah, I thought I'd seen all of the things, but for some reason I thought this was a completely closed off story direction. Let me go. Lucas swung the tile as hard as he could at the shape that held fast to his leg. He heard the crack of glass as the stone... Oof, hiccup. As the stone hit the assailant's mask. With a muffled yelp, the hand let go. Luca was free and scrambled to the door. He never looked back once on the long run home. Chapter 3. Everything's fine. The next morning it was quieter than usual at the breakfast table. Only the sound of silverware and chewing interrupted the awkward silence. I finished jarring a mess of jam last night. So that'll need to get delivered into town today. Okay. So what did you and Rollo get up to yesterday? Oh, Rollo had things to do, so I just sort of poked around town. I set the jam down by the front door. There's 2 batches to drop off. One for Mr. Tolliver in the Bag and Wag. Another for Miss Fratelli at the diner. Yeah, we died like... Oh, and Mr. Nuncreed. He said he wanted some. I suspected as much. Yes, he seems to have taken a particular interest in my jam. There's some extras in the basket for that enthusiastic gentleman. Just make sure Fratelli and Tolliver get the ones on top. Not a problem. Off with you now, while the day's still young. Hello, it's Juniper Hartford. Before you hang up, just hear me out. I have a business proposition. The simple matter is we both have the same problem that needs solving. Very well. We can meet tonight. Aw, so cute. Okay. Sorry about yesterday. Roxy can be so annoying. But good news, no more boring chores for me today. Did you make it to the old Valentine warehouse? So, what did you find? Give me the dirt. Something happened. There was someone else there. What? Who was it? Was it aliens? I knew it would be aliens. No. Zombies? No. Alien zombies? What else could it possibly be? Hello. I gotta deliver these into town first. We can catch up after. Oh, is it a whole thing? Sounds like a whole thing. Yeah, we shouldn't talk about it here. Meet me at the treehouse tonight. I'm not sure what this treehouse is that you speak of. Meet me at Mission Control. Roger that, Space Cadet. I like the sprite, how cute. Wait, watch your step. Oh, sorry. There's a whole family of beetles here. They've gone missing. I sort of thought they wandered around. Everyone has a home, Luca. Even beetles. Luca checked the soles of his sandals. I think we're okay. It's weird that they're gone. They went missing when the festival preparations began. You think the noise scared them away? Something like that. Just watch where you step, okay? You can tell those jerks. It doesn't matter how many boxes they pile up. I ain't moving. Mr. Walter, I trust you have time to chat. Eris Valentine, oldest of Sharper's Valentine's children and heir to the Valentine fortune, had a way of making questions seem like demands. Certainly. Oh, I was talking to the wrong person. What seems to be the problem? Mr. Walter had learned to assume that if he was hearing from Eris, it was because she had taken issue with something he'd put in the paper. I couldn't help but notice that the front page of this morning paper was consumed with stories about this silly festival. Well, yes, it's the news of the day. But there's no mention of the museum. Nor was the foundation through nor the foundation through which it was endowed. I'm sorry, Miss Valentine. My readers are so interested in this town's future, rather than any one family in particular. There was a time, Mr. Wilder, when the goings-on of my family was the only thing this town cared about. Well, things change, ma'am. And you know, change is dangerous. If you finish that thought, I will make that monocle a permanent fixture of your anatomy. My apologies. Good day, Miss Valentine. Did I give you the impression this conversation was finished? Mr. Wilder averted his gaze and began to polish his monocle. Well, good day, Mr. Wilder. Just had to have the last word, Cute little flowers bear. Anger from the past, mistakes not yet made, and a glimmering hope for the future. He carried them all in equal parts everywhere he went. Oh heavens, what a burden to bear. honestly have forgotten where I'm taking these, but I'll just go to everybody. How do you keep the ice cream cold? We keep them on ice. Where do you get the ice from? I don't know. Somewhere cold. How do you keep somewhere cold? Cold. Look, Bert. Do you want some ice cream or not? No, I'm good. Huddled as his counter, Hiram Tolliver was meticulously shining apples. More accurately, Hiram and Tolliver was meticulously shining one apple. Hello? Ugh. With a yelp, Mr. Tolliver fumbled the apple, flailing at the air as it fell. Oh, sorry. Oh, no bother, no bother. He leaned forward and lowered his voice. I see you have something for me. Yeah, Gran had some jam I'm supposed to give you. He leaned in a bit further. Jam? Yeah, these ones on top. She wrote your name on them. Mr. Tolliver leaned back, speaking loud enough for anyone to hear. Ah, yes. The jam. Thank you so much for delivering this jam to me. Ah, so sneaky. He reached forward and snapped up the jars of jam, giving Luca a little wink. I shall put it on my store shelves post-haste. Okay, I should finish my deliveries. Of course. Of course. He leaned in for a final whisper. Of course. Oh, is this the thing again? Yep. No thanks. Hey, Dawn. Hey, Luca. What's up? They got you on jam delivery, huh? Yeah. Have you seen the new kid around yet? New kid? Yeah, came in from the big city. Her parents both got jobs here. But get this. One of them is working for William Kerr in Perennial Harvest. The other is working for the heiress Valentine. And the Valentines represent Beacon Pine's past. The Perennial Harvest has positioned itself as the town's future. Must make for some interesting dinner table conversations. I can imagine. My cat is trying so hard to get in my lap right now. Not right now. Not right now. Well, if it isn't my favorite little jam runner. Hey, Miss Fratelli. Look at you. She leaned forward and pinched Luca's cheek. You're all skin and bones. Is your gram not feeding you? She is. It's just... I understand. You know, I taught your mama how to cook back in the day. You may not even remember, but you and her used to help out in the diner. See that picture over there? That's you helping your mama back in the day. So cute, running around in your little apron taking orders. This whole situation just breaks my heart with what happened to Eleanor. I've got a feeling she's out there somewhere, yearning to be with you again. Few things in this world can keep a mother from her son. Luca shifted in the basket uncomfortably. Oh, yes, let's see here. Miss Fratelli lifted the cloth and inspected the jam. Ah, they even have my name on them. How thoughtful. She carefully lifted out her jars of jam. You tell your gran hello for me, Luca. Will do. If I could just be left alone, Mr. Van Horn. Oh, sure. Sorry to bother you. It's just that Mr. Kerr has been asking me to make the opening speech at the festival. Being mayor and all, you might expect me to be a charismatic speaker. The truth is, I'm terribly nervous. I really don't think I'm cut out for this sort of thing. Cut out for being the mayor? Or for public speaking? Both, I suppose. I never really chose any of this. It's more of a duty to my family. For our legacy. It sounds like a heavy burden. As for the festival, just speak from your heart. I'm sure it'll be great. Luca squinted at the faded photo of him and his mom at the diner. Memories of that day came flooding back. Uh-oh. I'm ready to help, Mama. All right, little buckaroo. It's up to us to feed these folks while Miss Fratelli is away. Oh, you haven't gotten this far, Bahamut? Or is this just something that is optional? I've got to deal with the inventory before I can start cooking. Do you think you can handle taking some orders in the meantime? Yes, Mama. Oh, they're still adding things to this game? Luca? I'm helping. Wow, hopefully your work ethic will rub off on Rolo. What can I get you? Not really feeling like a burger. How about a chicken sandwich with bacon on top? Coming right up. I just throw candy on it. I call it the Love Me Tenders. Nice. Aren't you a little young to be waiting tables? I'm just helping out. Ah, my father had me hustling when I was your age as well. Father always says, children are to be sails pulling a family ever forward. That doesn't sound very fun. There's plenty of time for fun. For instance, Father and I always make time to have lunch together once a month. Luca glanced at the empty seat across from Gus. Should I come back? Oh no, turns out Father was too busy to have lunch today. I'll just go ahead and eat alone. Oh. The silver lining is, without him, I can have my usual. A nice stack of cold cuts topped with a pile of sloppy chili. Here you are. Cold cuts with steaming hot chili on top. I call it the hot and cold. That's perfect. Thank you. Godzooks, they've shrunk the waitstaff. Jeff slapped at the table and gave Luca a toothy grin. How's your pops doing? He's been pretty busy these days. I know the feeling. Tell him that fishing rod he ordered should be ready next week, will ya? Sure thing. I've been in the mood for something sweet. You got a burger that can satisfy a sweet tooth? A sweet burger? Yeah, and top it off with some grilled cactus. Grilled cactus? The hot wants what it wants. Interesting. Here's your order. I call it the sweet and stabby. Ha! Now that's a burger with bite. Looks like we're missing a few things. Why don't you run out and grab some more ingredients? Okay, I'll be back. Ah, it's like that's cute. I like those little, they're fun little side quests. Oops, wrong way. Hey, Kato. Good afternoon, Luca. Can I help you find something? Maybe, maybe not. Try me. Well, there's been some weird stuff going on at the old Valentine warehouse. Can't say I know anything about the old warehouse. But empty hives don't stay empty for long. Huh? Kato motioned to the book in front of him. The more I read about bees, the more similarities I see with people. If a hive collapses and fails, it doesn't stay empty for long. A new queen will set up shop pretty quickly. So you're saying it would make sense for someone new to start using the warehouse? Nature abhors vacuum. Do you want jam, young? Have you seen this new issue? Not yet. No spoilers, please. Oh, okay, I've already. Oh my gosh. Got some jam for you, Mr. Nuncreed. Luca, you seem chipper. Well, aside from being on delivery duty, it's a nice day. Mr. Nuncreed eyed Luca for a moment, then nodded in agreement. I suppose it is. So, do you want your jam? Oh, right. Usually Juniper drops those off herself. I guess she's busy today. Anyway, this is my last delivery for today. Oh, in that case... Mr. Nuncreed snatched the basket from Luca. What a butthole. I'll hold on to the basket and tell you the next time I see your grand. Hey, you! Anchovies or pineapple? What? Don't think. Just answer. Pineapple? Why? How old are you? 12? Perfect. Follow me. Who are you? Anyone ever tell you ask too many questions? Just try to keep up, okay? What just happened? Well, I ought to be 12 again. Hey, what a crazy coincidence. Here's my new friend I was just telling you about. Oh, that's wonderful. Yep, we just hit it off. Oh, really? Get this, his favorite pizza topping in the whole world is pineapple. Oh, what's your new little friend's name? Beck locked eyes with Luca. The look on her face was equal parts expectant and desperate. Luca Van Horn, nice to meet you. I'm Nellie, and this is Iona. We're Beck's parents. Beck gave Luca a quick nudge. Oh, yeah. Beck told me all about you. Already feels like we've known each other for years. So you guys can stop obsessing about me making friends. Oh, darling, we never doubted you. It's just that For children with fewer than 5 close friends, the probability of a stunted development doubles. Well, 1 down, 4 to go, I guess. What Nellie means is that we just want this move to be as easy on you as possible. You can relax. A friend has been friended. This calls for a celebration. Luca, you must join us for dinner tonight. Dinner? Wow, another coincidence. I actually already asked him and he said he would love to. It's just wonderful. In that case, we should pick up some groceries. You don't get into too much trouble now. Wow, I can't believe that worked. Thanks a ton. You're welcome. I owe you one. My moms are great and all, but they can be a bit much sometimes. Our house is the little cottage next to the big mansion place. Wait, you live on the Valentine estate? Yeah, that's the spot. Meet me by their big creepy gate. Don't be late. I'm back to square one on this whole friend grift. Great. See you there. Big creepy gate. On the way. So can Bahamut, like coming back to the whole they just added this, is this a finished game? Or is this something that's still being worked on? Good morning, Jeff. What's so good about it? Another day further down the tubes, if you ask me. Come on now, it's not all bad. The festival is coming up. The festival. Old man Valentine used to put on cockamamie shindigs all the time. And where did that get us? Well, it's Perennial Harvest putting on this one. And they're doing it for the whole town. As far as I see it, the difference between the old Valentine company and this new Perennial Harvest outfit. Jeff dug through his pockets for a bit. Is the difference between this empty soup can and this brown banana. But those are both garbage. Exactly. Ah, Jeff. He's a real one. Ooh, I wonder if I can go in the drugstore now. Nope, can't. Well, I'm glad they added it. The little mini games with the dad and mom are really cute. So who all lives in that house? Eris and Gus Valentine grew up there. And Solomon moved in a few years back. The creepy little kid in the vest? That sounds like the one. So just 3 people live in that huge thing? I bet a bunch of shady stuff happens all the time in a place like that. Not really. The Valentines pretty much keep to themselves. So it's empty and boring? Pretty much. What a waste. My mom says that it used to be way busier back before Sharper died. Before the foul harvest. Okay, that's like the 5th time someone's mentioned this foul harvest thing. And you all use that same ominous tone. Eventually you're gonna have to explain to me how that harvest got all fouled up. But we can't keep my parents waiting anymore. This way. Oh, they're the cute little house next to it. Most kids would have just ditched me by this point. Why are you still here? You look like you could use some help. You know what, Luca? You're not so bad. Let's get through this as simply as possible. Just eat, smile, and nod. Fun. Great. Whatever you do, don't bring up their work. I think I can handle that. Beck took a long breath and gave a firm nod. Here goes nothing. Chapter 4. Dinner with the Modwills. Iona? There's got to be a proper way to say that. Ilona? I'll just say Iona. Modwill was worried about change. A gardener at heart, she understood the necessity of change, relied on it even. But there was a difference between the controlled world of her plants and this cluttered cottage in a strange town. Almost done. Nellie was a blur of activity digging through boxes. Sorry, love. I couldn't find the dishes. We'll have to make do with paper plates. Dinner went by without much conversation. As she watched Beck and Luca finish up their pizza, Iona let herself relax into the chair. The things she cared about were still here. Nellie finally had the job of her dreams. Beck was beginning to take root. Iona's task was simply to tend to them. She could do that. So, Luca, tell us a little about yourself. Where do you live? Oh, I live with my grandma. Over on the other side of the river. Your grandma? Where are your parents at? Beck, manners. It's alright. My dad passed away in an accident at the fertilizer plant 6 years back. Oh dear. My mom's been missing for a few months now. Like, missing? Luca's eyes were fixed to his plate, pushing a chunk of pineapple around with his finger. Nellie was the one who eventually broke the silence. Luca, how did you like the pizza? Oh, it was good. Very good. Normally we would have put more effort into dinner. Iona nervously gestured toward the boxes. We weren't fully settled in, and Beck had mentioned that it's your favorite. I'm sorry, are we just skipping to the part where he said his mom was missing? Or are we just skipping the part where he said his mom was missing? Beck! I'm sorry, Luca. This all has a little tired. All has us a little tired. Oof. Luca wiped his face with his sleeve. No, it's fine. So Beck said that you moved here for work? Beck gave Luca a swift kick under the table. Oh, I mean, what brought you to Beacon Pines? Oh, you were right the first time. We're here for work. Nellie won't tell you this, but she's a brilliant chemist. I don't know about brilliant, but I do love it. She's brilliant. Perennial Harvest just made her the newest lead researcher of deep engineering. She makes it sound more impressive than it is. I'm just happy that I get to make a difference in the world. Perennial Harvest is at the forefront of evolving agriculture. Man, I might need a break soon. Into something more useful than sprinkling water and excrement on the ground. Luca glanced over to Beck. She seemed to be holding her breath. What Nellie means, Luca, is that there are different ways to grow plants. Yes, some people talk to their plants and hope for the best. And some people happily leave their job to allow a loved one to pursue their dream. You swore you didn't. Beck slammed her fist into the table, perhaps harder than she intended. Hey, Luca, how about some dessert? I actually have to meet my friend Rolo soon. Luca glanced outside to gauge the time. The sky was darker than he expected, filled with ominous clouds. Looks like there's a storm brewing. I should get going. Oh, I didn't think there was any rain in the almanac. Yeah, almanacs aren't that useful around here. Ooh. Test. Test, test. Hello. Test. Okay. My stupid... 1 second. My chat got all weird. Okay. Test. Okay, I think it's working again. Sorry. Okay. Luca wiped his mouth one last time with his napkin and started to get up. Okay, I'll try the rumble. Thank you all for the pizza. It really was good. See you at the festival, Breck. Wait up. I'll walk you home. Beck called to Luca before he made his way past the gate. Wait up, I'll walk you home. Surprised, Luca turned around. He knew Rollo could be prickly around new people, but Beck seemed cool. Rollo would warm her up. Ugh. Rollo would warm up to her eventually. Yeah, brainworms. Probably. Luca began to respond, but the sky answered for him as the clouds above began to rumble with ominous thunder. You sure you can make it home before the storm kicks off? Luca surveyed the roiling clouds? Okay, I'll stick around for the best scene in the game, and then after that I'll take a break. Maybe you should stay here and I'll just make a break for it. At that moment, the heavens opened up, unleashing torrential rain. Care to recalculate those odds? Hurry inside, you two, before you catch cold. Luca, Nellie will keep trying to reach your gran on the phone. In the meantime, you two hold tight. Sorry, not much to do up here. Most of my stuff is still in the boxes. Mind if I poke around? Be my guest. Luca squinted into the eye hole of the microscope. This looks wild. What is it? Gum. Gum? Luca adjusted the slide with his fingers to get a better look. I'm tracking the structural integrity of gum with increasing amounts of chewing. Chewed that one for 47 days. Luca wiped his hand off on his sweater and gave a nervous lap. It's weird, I know. Beck looked down, timidly tapping the ladder with her feet. You think it's weird, don't you? A little. But weird can be cool. Oh, wow. Rollo and I have a radio just like this at the treehouse. Probably not exactly like this one. My mom and I tore the whole thing down to the bolts. Fitted it with some state-of-the-art vacuum tubes. She seems pretty awesome. She gets carried away sometimes. I think she feels guilty for working too much. So when she does have time for me, she showers me with high-tech overcompensation. Luca flicked at one of the toggles. I bet you can get all sorts of stations on this. Not out here in the boonies. You wouldn't believe the stuff I could pick up back in the city. But around here it's all farm reports and static. Shucks. Luca bent down to examine the bouquet of wilting flowers. Judging by the odor, they were well past their prime. He flipped open the attached card. Happy trails from Coach Walker and the Fairview Condors. Okay, I need to check something real quick. Good night, Arth. Sorry, I have to really quickly fix something. Bye, though, to Arth. Okay. A couple of my geckos were fighting and had to separate them. Having animals is a pain in the butt, but I love them. Boy, you weren't kidding about poking around, were you? Sorry, was this from your old school? The most recent one, yeah. Some schools gave me going away cards. Some did flowers. When they're really trying to feel good about themselves, they do both. So you've moved a lot. Yeah, it's the thing that comes with having a brilliant parent. There's always a better job somewhere else. These flowers would last longer if you put them in some water. That's the sort of thing I'd do if I cared. Well, you cared enough to keep them is all. Luca, can I ask you something? Of course. The superhero jump. Dang, didn't that hurt? I'll be honest. That hurt more than I expected. At least you look cool doing it. Beck took a moment to watch the rivulets of water running down the window. Do you ever feel alone? Like even when people are around? Well, Rulo can be pretty absent-minded sometimes. I'm serious. Does it ever feel like your family doesn't care what you want? It didn't used to feel that way. I know Gran loves me, but sometimes when she looks at me, it's like she's looking at a problem. Luca took a deep breath, exhaling slowly. I know the feeling. How do you deal with that? I guess I haven't yet. But one thing my dad told me when I was little, Don't hold a grudge, especially against yourself. If you try to hold it in, you're gonna pop. So then, what do you do when you don't know what to do? Dad never got to that part. Something I figured out on my own though. You gotta do something. Anything. Here. What are you doing? I don't know. Something. We're gonna register our complaints with the storm. Listen here, you miserable universe. Stop jerking me around. I just want things to go back to the way they were. Everyone tells me it's gonna be alright. That things are gonna change. Luca let out a feral scream that echoed into the night. Every time something changes, everything gets worse. Screw this town. Whoa. Let me try. Moving sucks. I hate it. I hate that. I hate it. Why can't I just deal with it and be happy for my mom? Why can't we just stay somewhere? Rah! Her voice dropped to a trembling whisper. I just want to be a normal kid. Beck brushed off her shirt and then straightened up. There. Wow, I actually feel a little better. As abruptly as it began, the storm abated. Thanks. I needed that. Me too. I should head out before the rain starts up again. Sure, I'll walk you out. See you and Rolo at the festival? Sounds good. Luca, don't let the universe jerk you around. Beck gave Luca a light thump on the arm before heading in. Yeah, I really do like that. That was really good. I do need to take a break for a while, though. I think I'm going to pause on Beacon Pines for today. I might play Tiny Rabbit later when I've had a chance to relax and chill for a bit. But thanks for hanging out for a little bit, even though I had to take a long break in the middle and then save my geckos, and everything's a problem. Bye-bye.